Hi everyone, I am Margot, your tarot reader, and today we're doing a personal reading for a client. As always, prior to the recording, I call into the universe with my client's personal information because they remain private at all times. As you already know, to my client today and to my viewers as well, when it comes to predictions can change if you align yourself with your heart, body, mind, soul, and spirit with all counts with the higher self. To an extent, other predictions cannot and will not be changed because it is the path that you and the people in question have to take in this earthly world and or spiritual. Okay, and I want to thank you, my client, for coming in for a reading today. So I have few things that are coming through for me. Of course, I will look into as we're going into the reading. Um, I do want to touch bases in reference to that child of yours first before we continue. Normally, when the child is under 15, I do not like seeing it unless it's a cause for to be seen for the best good of the child and of the soul, of course, just as in any human. Um, so we do see that the child is going through some type of changes in the lifestyle, not in the physical, but also in the spiritual. I also feel that everything that you've been through with the other parent has also taken effect within the child. I'm not sure if you even try to maybe do some counseling for the child. It seems a bit hard for him to handle all that it has been going on between the situations back and forth and trying to please both of you, okay, and as well as himself. So I definitely recommend uh, counseling, therapist, maybe from school or outside the school, okay. It may not be as severe at this point, but we can see that later on as he expands between 15 to 18, there's just going to be a lot of judgment into his energy, okay, probably more hate toward your situation and including the other parent as well. um, it's just a natural phase that they're going through, and not only so much that everything that has been happening in this last 2 years for his life and everybody's life in general, that makes all of that into it's almost like, you know, visualize yourself a hot pot boiling and you just keep adding more water, and then you're just waiting for that to burst, okay. And so I would definitely recommend some therapy, as well as between you and the situation. um, can I will suggest this. You can also do for you and that child a sweetener, um, endulzamiento, you know what we call that. Now, if you were to decide to do that, I would definitely say it has to be a third party acting on your behalf, because you are the actual parent, because your energy. Um, this is one of the reasons why when I do spells or rituals in my channel, I do not give the instructions on how to do them, because you never know what the energies are coming forth for the person acting on. And so some people want to just practice and learn. That's fine, to each his own. But at the same time, if you're not protected enough in the right way, in the right level, you're coming in with certain energies that can stay for the long haul, whether they're good or bad or both. And so you're jeopardizing yourself, your soul, your physical self, and the people around you as well. It will just take a drastic shift in your life. I love what I do. Absolutely, I accepted it with certain conditions, um, but at the same time, you just gradually have to keep being protected in this type of work, okay, physically and spiritually. So it's not just something to play with. And the reason why I say that is because if you were wanting to do it on your own, you're going to manifest a certain energy that will can work against you instead of your behalf, okay. um, if you're feeling hesitation, if you're feeling stressed within yourself, within your situation, and including with that child, it will just diverse the ritual. Okay, it always is when any kind of ritual that one wants to do for themselves. I will keep that in mind. Okay, so there has been a lot of sleepless nights in the energy of the child as well. It could also be yours, but I feel that it is. So I will also keep that in mind. Sometimes when we see that when it comes to a child's reading, we kind of feel that they're probably even being bullied in one way or the other, or manipulated back and forth from one person to the next. It could also be within the home environment and or in school environment as well. Okay, so I would definitely keep that in mind. Um, I feel that sometimes he's tired of going back and forth also as well. It also means as well that some people are just, you're telling the child one thing and the other parent is doing another thing, probably the opposite or similar, but he feels like he's being torn between two paths. Okay. Unfortunately, it happens a lot when parents do get divorced in this situation, and the person that gets affected the most is and are the children, and eventually you get to see that. Okay, so we moved on. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens. Let's continue with your reading. Thank you, angels of the universe and of the heavens. um so as I was getting my cards ready, um certain things came into mind. I will show you these. These were not part of my decks in today's use, but they came through. Okay, so I definitely feel that when it comes to your relationships, it could be you or the person itself that is just having a hard time wanting to have a fresh start. But we'll see as we go on in the reading. Okay, I definitely feel that spiritual work has been done in this uh, person's energy. So it doesn't feel like it's just one energy. I feel more so in both of yours energy, hers and yours. Okay. um and also it's almost like wanting to be in a relationship that is stable, in a contract agreement. For you, my client, I definitely sense the energy that you're wanting to be settled now again, that you're wanting to give and take that leap of faith. It's in a yes and no, but it's almost like you want to give that another second chance in your life, and absolutely you should. Okay, you've been going through a lot of heartache things and you're trying to let them go as well. It's also uh, trying to hold on to something that uh, that is dear to your heart, and maybe you must if you have to. Okay, it could be the relationship that you're in right now. um, since we are discussing mainly that, it possibly is that. Okay, thank you, angels of the universe and of the heavens. Real quick, let's see before we see the other deck that I like. Hold on to this female. What is it I need to know? I feel that this one wanted to turn, so I'll use it. Okay. I don't, there's a sense of energy of her not being straight honest with you with something. Okay. Unless she sensed that in you. Okay. There's a sensibility of being lost, of being confused. I will look in, in the other spread, but I feel that there's a misplacement of energy going on here. She may not be 100% honest with everything that's going on in her life. She's second guessing herself, or she probably has trust issues. I don't. It feels to me that this energy is very entwined with yours. So I wonder if this is also the same pattern of behavior that you have as well. So whether you are like that or not, it just means that you are grasping into her energy in the same level and you're acting on that energy as well. Okay, but I feel more so that it is her. Either she has trust issues or there is some type of hidden agenda into this situation, into this relationship, or um, it may not even be a major secret. It just might be a little one that she's hesitant to explore or be trustworthy. I do feel that she feels that she's giving in a lot of herself to you. I feel that she feels that it's been give and take kind of situation. Sometimes she feels that she gives more into this relationship than you. And you might say it is the opposite. Can be. Maybe this is the way you feel, but this is the way how she feels. Okay? I'm as you already know, when I do my reading, I am channeling both of your energies as much as I can and as much as your guides allow me to express it. And the messages are to align you in your best interest in what you're asking or what they're trying to send to you, what messages are. Okay? So there is no, in my part, of accusations of any source. I am not one to say right from wrong. It is just the right path for whoever, yours or hers. Okay? So I feel that I had to say that. Now, there's also a sense of negative energy between you and her. So again, I feel that I have to go back to one of these cards that was clearly right when I was shuffling, that it tells me that someone has done spiritual work in their life or in their past, um, or that they intend to do this just about every time they are with someone, um, to keep them, to align them, whatever may be the cause. But I'm sensing an energy of spiritual work here. Okay, so I'm not going to go into who exactly, what exactly, for what. That is the vibe. So because I'm sensing that, it tells me also that there's that energy that holds that other person's spirit to an extent that does not let them be free to be free. You understand me? So there has to be a free or a cleansing of some sort between the two parties, both parties, individual parties, however way is being chosen. Okay. um and in order for that energy to clear it off and then have that clear mind within the physical and the spiritual to act upon in this physical plane. So you definitely need some cleansing, you for one, her for one. It's to each his own, in order to discard some negative energy that is being restored, that sometimes lingers into that person's energy, that not allows them to be free within their growth of expansion in their journey. Okay, that's what I'm sensing here. So it can be also an active spiritual work as we speak that has been done, whether it is for themselves or other people, whether it's a good spiritual work or bad. It's just there. Okay, that energy is, it's a residue of the energy. Okay, thank you to the universe and to the heavens. There will be a conversation, if it hasn't already, since the time that you asked for the reading, between you and this person. There has to be, and I would definitely recommend it. It shows that it will be, but I feel that you need to just have a sit down with this person, pick the right time, pick the right place, the right tone, and discuss where we're going to go from here. We've been together for this long. Do you see a future with us? What kind of future would you like, or do you want one? Okay. I feel that when I say we, it is your energy and that other person's energy, that we've been going into a roller coaster of yes and no situations, patterns and behaviors. And if you continue, basically the relationship continues in the same shape or form. Okay, even if you move or if you're married, it continues the same way. So you have to have that conversation with the person, and then from that point on, start acting on those things. If I were you, I would make a list of what the relationship needs improvement in and say, baby, let's just stick with this. Okay, I love you, I want to be with you, and I see this for us. I see a future. Do you want one? And would you like one? And how do you see it? And we've been going through this every now and then. We have these arguments and things like that. I definitely feel that she's also into these things as well, or interest or heard of. Again, we definitely see from both ends, what we talked about just a second ago. And so, and even if she wouldn't, I definitely would say, act upon her behalf and do a cleansing as well. Um, and just, you know, when two people are grown and you are younger than her, so she is more experienced than you. You might say you in a different level, yes, but she is more mature. She's older than you. She has a stronger energy, and um, I feel that even though sometimes there's a little immaturity on her behalf, she knows what she's doing. Um, so uh, you both of you bump heads in the level, and so that also hinders the relationship. I would say that there's a bit of a lot that needs to be worked on this relationship, and that it could be the imbalance of it. But also we have the planets that affects us as well, and they affects us for the right reasons, to help us grow, to help expand, and to help us be in the path that we need to move on here in the physical. Okay. um and so we have a lot hindering. um Also with the seventh house and Uranus, I would definitely be cautious when you are in relationship. Right now, when we have the eclipse coming in October the 14th, in October 28th, it would have some effects and impacts on every level to everyone. But in your situations, both of your situations, what I'm sensing, it is the career phase as well as the important to this reading, the career phase and also the relationship level. So we're seeing a rocky uh, relationships, okay, coming into your face, and it explains what's going on with yours. It does not mean can it stand time. Yes, it can, but you have to, like you're doing right now, you're getting the reading. That's the best way to start. And then from there, go on and see what's the next step, okay, in order to save it if you want to save it. But if you feel that this is getting overwhelmed, if you feel that you're trying your best and you're not seeing any reciprocations from the other party, then maybe it is time to be, let me work on myself, let me do me first, and let me go this other way. And what I'm hearing is someone being accusatory of saying obsessive behavior or you don't let me breathe. I'm not sure if it's coming from her end or yours, but that's what I'm hearing right now. So I will say this: if she is telling you that, I will definitely work on that, because it feels to me that I'm hearing something that has been said before. So I will work on that. And if it's you, no judgment here, you know that already. If it's you, what I'm sensing from that type of energy, it is because there's a fear of abandonment. There's a fear of not staying with it. There's a fear of not being enough for that other person. And you keep giving and giving and trying and texting or calling to want to make sure that you're still in their thoughts and their minds and whatnot. So I will definitely take a breather, take a moment back, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out, exhale it. Now that you know if it's coming from you, then I will definitely work on that to let it set it free. Within that, I mean, just breathe. If the person is not um, is not what you expect, if they're gonna cheat, for example, they're gonna do it either way, whether you give them the trust or not, whether you obsess or not, whether you're worried or not, whether you love them or not, they will do so because that is their path, their behavior. And the only when the one can change is if they choose to change for their best highest, for their best interest. Again, also you. If you choose to change, it's because it's for your best interest, not for the other party. Though it does help, right? If you change for the better, then everything around you changes for the better, including the people around you, your energy, your dog, your plants, everything vibrates differently because, again, why? We're all one. So when you change, the energy vibrates also attaching to the other energy as well as their energy into yours. If they're negative, if they're down and out, then it will affect your energy as well. Okay. And that is why I always recommend cleansing, depending on the lifestyle that you have, once a month, 3 months, 6 months, what have you. Anyways, um, And so I say upon yourself, and I know you for a few years, I know that you have gradually made certain changes and that you uphold yourself and that you have tried your best to be forward with your head up high. And that makes me very proud to see that, to feel that within you. Do we all need changes here and there every other whatever, blue moon? Absolutely. We should. We absolutely should upgrade ourselves, just not just by cutting our hair, by buying new clothes, but also spiritually, emotionally, discard and hold on to something that is significant to us, and then bring on something that is also significant to us physically and spiritually. I hope you're understanding me and following me. Okay, I'm not judging you. I just feel that I'm in her energy and I'm being very is because of this, is because of that. If I say one thing, you say another. Okay, I feel that she says something, but then she says, yes, I do love you. So when I say that, I feel that I'm like, oh, come on, here we go again, is what I keep feeling. Okay, so needy is also a word that just came out of me. I'm just saying it as it's coming. Okay, absolutely. And for some reason this just keeps coming out from me. Okay, now we're going to move on to the other deck, and I'll see why. Okay. Thank you, angels of the universe, of the heavens, Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you. Thank you for providing the energies that we are seeking today, Lord Jesus Christ. What is the best interest, best higher for? Let's see her first. Okay, within her energy, I can see you, how she sees you, what she feels, and let's just see what else. Thanks to the universe and to the heavens, Lord Jesus Christ. Has she made job changes also, or she's thinking? I know you have, and congratulations on that. Your job also should be expanding as well, believe it or not. You just got one, but I see more expansion on it. Um, I also feel that she's making some moves in reference to her work environment and also home environment. Do you want her to move in with you? There's so many changes that you need to do before that. I will tell you what I tell my female clients that are wanting to get into move-in situation. If you like the way the relationship is now, then go right ahead if that's what you choose. But if you do not like anything of your partner that you feel that could be a change for the better, if you want to change that, if you do not change that before moving in, then when you move in, that's exactly how the relationship will flow, probably a bit more aggressive to whatever that energy is. If they're very loving, then you'll continue to get that when you marry the person, but that will also change within 3 year period. Because once you get married, everything settles down, the relationship settles down, there's no more dating, there's whatever it may be. If there is a behavior pattern within that person and it has not been changed when you move in, that behavior will expand. If they're always silent, they will continue to be silent, they will withdraw more. So it for me, as I see the energy for each individual circumstances, of course, I would advise them to work on that before moving in together, because that will be one of the reasons that will cause a distance between the relationship and may even be the reasons of the breakup later on. Okay, So there will always be that holding, you know, the energy. Okay. Huh. Hmm. You know, I feel that her energy, it's not all honest for me. Okay. There's something that she's hiding. I, uh, there's something hidden here in her energy. Are you buying her things? Are you buying her love? Are you always expending things for her? Hmm. Okay, I do see. Oh, wow. I wonder, is she able to get pregnant? Besides that, I'm going to move on to what concerns me the most. There's something going on within herself that it is, again, we saw it earlier, something not being honest, not being truthful. There's something that she keeps to herself. Okay. I wouldn't call it to be a big thing. Maybe it is to you. I don't know. But it's like a hidden situation in her life. Okay. Not being honest and truthful. I feel also with the money situation. I don't care whether she makes more than you or not. Her money just doesn't seems to be in a stable energy. Okay. And it feels to me that you're the one that gives more, okay, toward this situation, or that you're buying her love kind of thing. Okay. This is how I feel the energy. So whether it's yours energy or hers, it doesn't matter. It's what I'm sensing. Okay. So I would say that if it's coming from you, that, let's say for example, if she's letting me know now that you're buying her love, or that you're buying her time, whatever it may be, that you're always buying her things to get her attention, I will hold off on that tremendously, because you need someone to love you for you. You are worth just that, okay? And everything that's in the material realm should come right after that or within that. But this is not the way to get someone to love you, because then if you're not able to buy her, for example, roses every week, and 1 week you go off with no roses, then she's gonna throw a fit, because she's used to with the way that you quarter what's the word I'm looking for, well, you know what I mean. You build that pattern, and we've been talking about this, the pattern of how we build in the relationship. That's the way that it will remain. Okay. Again, I'm just giving you examples, but it may even hit the target of what's going on. Okay. Normally it is, and you know that. um Within her spread, we will see yours, but I definitely feel that she would like some type of relationship, but she needs also that room to grow. I That is not a wrong thing to want and to feel, because you also deserve that. According to Uranus in the seventh house, I will definitely uh, watch for that, because when we feel that, especially when Leo situations, we want to be free. And so even though we love you, but we need to breathe, we need some time for ourselves. You need it, she needs it. So you have to go within that phase, okay? Um if you've been used to being old fashioned, or someone in your family was old fashioned, like the woman did less and stay home, whatever was the cause, if you had a macho like experience with a father figure, or a male figure in your life, then you grasp onto that energy. And therefore it's very difficult when you're in a new age. The relationships are different, women vibe different, and it's nothing wrong with that, but you have to adjust to what's coming in in your life as we seek for. um so I would, and here we go again with the adjustment of our energy and of our physical and spiritual path. um you definitely would have to have a free time. Let's say, baby, today we go do whatever we want, and you have girls' night out. Set a schedule if you have to. Open communication is the number one key. We know it's a must in any relationships. Okay, dating, married, whatever it is. Um, so set a schedule. Today we do this. Friday we do whatever, or Friday we call it boys' night, girls' night, and then we end up together at whatever time. You know, um, just it also builds trust in each other as well. Okay. You might say, well, we've been doing this for so long. We already tried this. We already tried that. Okay. But sometimes when we try something, we just want to please someone and we're not pleasing each other also. And so therefore it doesn't work. It has to be something that it's for yourself and for her as well. Okay. Something that pleases both of your mind, body, and spirit. Okay. Yeah, I don't mean sex. But yes, it does work. But when you have sex to make up, it also gets old, and it also based the relationship on that. And that would make the relationship always being at edge. That means that we're always fighting just to get that high on that makeup sex. And so eventually also that will dissipate and it will not work eventually. Can it take 3 5 years? Yes. Can it take 10 years? Even so. Can it take more than 3 months from now? Probably. I don't know. It may even last longer than that at times, but that is a karmic relationship. That's something that you need to deal with here in the physical life, as any relationship, of course. But this is an energy that you will want to definitely solve it in this physical life, so it wouldn't be troubling you later on. Okay. You know, it feels to me that she's meeting somebody also between now and before the year's over. I don't feel it's significant for me in this energy, okay? But I will say that that there is a um is she also a jealous type of person as well, like an obsessive person as well? Like, I would, let me put an example. Like, I don't mind that you have children. Uh, that's just life. I don't mind that get along with the ex or whatever it is. There's something going on here with that part of your life. Um, I wonder if you talk about her a lot, of your ex to her, because what that can mean, as I perceive her energy, would be like, you say you hate this woman, you say all these negative things, but yet you keep talking about her. So, instead of you wanting to make me feel like you hate the person, it makes me feel like you still have set feelings for that person. Okay. So I'm letting you know that there's an energy of what I feel, that there's something within your personal situation that I'm not being honest with, that I may not like. Again, remember, I am in her energy as I'm saying it. Okay? Um uh, I will definitely, it's, if you want to be in a relationship with someone new, um you have to have closure with the one that you're just leaving, right? So have you had a full closure from your ex? You're probably saying yes, but outside party says no, because maybe you're bringing up that person constantly in the conversations one way or the other. And so it could mean that you have issues with that person, yes, but it could mean that when you're talking about this person, it makes me feel that you have something hidden still within that relationship. Okay. And I call it relationship even though it's your ex, because again, you have a child with this person, so that person will always be there. Okay. But mm, how I'm sensing it is very odd. So I'm feeling like, you know, that of course that is the truth, but there's a but. Either you wish to be different, um I don't know how to explain what the energy feels like to me when I'm seeing this. um how do I see it? How do I explain it to you? Shoot. You know, you will always have an attachment of the energy with your ex because of the child, yes, but also because of you and her. There's a residue energy there built. And so there's still a lesson that has not been learned in that course of that life that you had with this person, the relationship that you had with that person. So uh, the fact that it hasn't been learned yet, you're divorced not with the person, it doesn't mean that it goes away. It means that it's still stagnant there. um, and sometimes it would show in a form of style of speech or behavior of some sort. Okay, from both ends. The way it is with you is also with her. Okay, so um okay, anyhow, to the bottom here, I would definitely feel that if you have some adjustments made to this relationship between you and the person you're asking today, um, you know, in the long haul, do I see her with somebody? Yeah, I do see her with somebody. Um, in the long haul, can it be possibly you? If you have that sit down conversation, if you get to the bottom of what's holding it, what needs to be improved or not improved, you know, I would definitely get to that first before looking into, do you see us being together? I feel that that is one of your desires that you have and you want to move forward to that. But then at the same time, you're like, okay, I can't just keep doing this if they're not making any effort. And when the other person is not making any effort, it gives me the energy of someone not being honest and truthful of where they're going in their life. They might not even know for certain where they want to go from now. Okay. But I feel that there's either an ex coming into her life or someone that it just wants to get in, you know, her attention and whatnot, a little bit freedom into her space as well, as also what I'm sensing. So I hate to feel that energy because again, she's mature. She should know better that if she does not want to stick for the long haul, that she should set you free for you to find someone else along the line, which we do also see here. Okay. But if the conversation takes place, this can also change the energy. If it does not take place, then you will continue to be feeling a little doubtful, in and out, back and forth. Her excuse, immaturity. You know, I was thinking of you. I missed you. I had too much to drink, and here I am knocking at your door, expecting for you to be at her beck and call all the time. Okay. So I would value myself more. I'm gonna say it. I feel like more that she's more of the man in the relationship than you. I'm just saying it because of the way I get her energy today. Okay. It's that's just how her energy came to me today. Okay, that's just how I'm sensing it. Like she's you are on her schedule kind of thing. Okay. Um, do not feel less than. Do not uh do not feel that you have to settle, is what I'm saying. Okay. There's a lot that you have and that any other person would love to have, which is love, a stable relationship, a home to come to, a person to love them and nurture them and cater them, cook for them, bring them wine and stuff like that, because I feel that that's the way you are with her. Okay. um and so, you know, that is not to say you're a weak person. On the contrary, maybe she's not used to someone being in the way that you are. Maybe she's used to having that roughneck type of relationship where uh, they're abusive, where they're verbally abusive, physical abusive, where she always have to watch her back and kind of thing, and now she's turning the table on you kind of thing. Okay, so this is how I'm sensing it. Okay, there's no judgment, like I say. I'm going to see you now. Okay, well, I'll look at her again, but I saw something and I'd rather hold back. I'd rather hold back. We'll see on the third. Thank you to the universe and to just available in our Lord Jesus Christ. What is it need to know? You know what? I will look into this, but what I sensed was that she loves you, but she's not certain that it's 100% that love. Okay? So I'm not saying that she doesn't. I'm just saying that she has some little bit of work to do within herself. Okay? And I know you're going to say that's not true. She loves me. And okay, yes, she loves you in her own way. I'm not saying she doesn't. But maybe that love is not strong enough for her to say, I'm ready to change. I'm ready to do this. And that's where I say that conversation needs to take place in order to change everything here. Okay? Let's see you. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens. Yeah, you are. You're dipping in. You are absolutely. I feel that you have more love for her, that you have love for both of you, basically. Okay? And you do want to move in with her. You do want her to move in. I do not think she likes your ex. I do feel that she thinks that the ex will always be a problem in the relationship. So I'm not even sure if she caused a problem in the relationship all this time that you've been dating. Okay? She does not like this woman at all. And she has a cause. She has a cause because that woman kind of hovers you. Okay? And hovers you, hovers any other woman in your relationship. But at the same time, it's also about not necessarily all of that, but that maybe you do have some kind of feelings toward this situation. Okay? May not be the way she sees it, but it's the vibe you're giving. Okay, you do love her. I'm absolutely 100% for that. Okay? So again, I'm going to ask, have you talked about moving in together? Has it been brought up? You're going to meet someone at work. There's a female here that you're going to be meeting within the work situation. I see the improvement of your work, the change of your work, and I'm very happy for you. It pays more, I feel. Okay, so if you've been at a distance with her, we do see her coming back here, but I definitely feel that there will be a conversation that will take place. Maybe you won't even have to. Maybe she will come out and say, listen, this is why. I have to say that you miss her. You admire her. She's in some levels different from the other person that you were with. I didn't see the pictures you sent me, and I will tell you this, because when I do readings, I focus only on the spiritual sense. I focus only on what your spirit guides or your guardian angel wants me to know. okay, through whatever questions you have or whatever energies they're sending to me. I focus on the spiritual realm only. And pictures for me, yes, I can do readings just by pictures. But for me, they're mainly used when it comes to spells and rituals. And so I stayed away from the pictures unless it's a near die situation, for children, and or something that needs to be done right there and then that it's urgent to do. Um, and so, but I thank you. It's still there, and I have not looked at it unless I will do some work on that. Okay. Now, what I'm sensing through your energy for her is that you have some type of admiration for her. You put her on a pedestal. You're so in love with her. And again, it feels to me that you're in love for both of you. I definitely feels that she loves the way you treat her. Um, Conversation for me, it's like I'm hesitant to say this. So she feels that she's hesitant to say something. What, I do not know. um the love for me, I have to be honest, as I said on the first spread, here we have it again. I feel that she is not 100% in love. Okay, she has love for you, yes, but not the love that you wish to have. And you might say, well, there's no perfect love, and there's no true love. Yes, there is, or to all of those things. But you know mm, um you want that person to love you enough, to respect you enough, to love you enough, to be honest enough. You want someone to love you enough, to care for you and appreciate you and acknowledge you enough to where you can say, this is enough for me if I want to live with this person or marry this person. You do not want to have a similar relationship as you have had, or worse, and then be in the same pattern and then divorce within 2.5 years, because that you know unless you want to experience that, that will be fine. Okay, there is no wrong or right in love. How about that? Okay, I would just leave it like that. And the reason why I say that, because this is how I see it. um I feel that she does not love you enough in the way that you need to be loved, in the way that you deserve to be loved. But that's how I'm sensing the energies. That may not be how you feel. Okay, so can this grow later on? Possibly, if you can, work on certain things. But um, that conversation, have that conversation with her. Tell me how it goes, and then we'll see. After this conversation, you know, maybe she'll open up and be honest and tell you, okay, this is the reason why. You know, I feel that we both want something different. I feel that, yes, you love me and I love you for that, but I feel that I need something else, or whatever may be the case, that she will explore and tell you. Okay. Um, or, okay, let's give this a chance, one more chance, last chance, is what I'm hearing. Okay. And then see what it works from there. Okay. Um, I would say the talk will be the best thing to do, because we have the eclipse on the 14th of October. So stick to the conversation. Once you have that talk with her, come back and let me know. We can check it again if we see anything different. I would also say that once you have that talk with her, I will definitely suggest the cleansing for you and for her, in order to have some type of restoration in the relationship. After that conversation, and I'm telling you because of how I sense it, okay? I'm recommending for you to do that before doing anything, moving forward with anything, including with that relationship with her. Okay. um and then once you have that, if you like, come back, talk to me. We'll see where that stands. We can look at it again. At the same time, if you decide to, okay, give it a chance one more time, and or let's work on being more stable together, and being and working on a relationship. If we decide to, let's take this to the next level, moving in, whatever it may be. Okay, you decide on that. Talk to her. Be open with what you want. Can it be not what she necessarily hoping to or wanting? Maybe, maybe not. Can it be that she's been expecting this all along? Maybe, maybe not. I'm just saying, okay? I would also say that once you have that, also do that cleansing for yourself and her to get that energy out. If you want to do any type of work also to get close to her, I'm here for that. You know that, okay? If you've done, and I'm going to say this again because it's been seen earlier, if you've done any kind of work, good or bad, in reference to this relationship, come back around, because maybe that also, yes, sometimes it works temporarily in the beginning, but then it expands to the negative, okay, when we do it ourselves. So also let me know, okay? Maybe you've been trying to nip it in the butt kind of thing. No harm done in the way that you desired for your best interest, but if you want something like that, get on to it now, because for me, when it comes to rituals or manifesting, I take advantage of certain times of the days, certain times of the energies of the planets. And for me, as for now, the eclipses are the opponent energy, okay, to do certain rituals. So October the 14th and October 28th, okay. I would definitely take advantage of those two eclipses, and I would have to, if any kind of work has to be done between 3 days prior to of the actual effects, okay. So think it, let me know. I will say for you, my Leo, there is another person coming in your life as well. Believe it, there's someone else. There's someone else that can be a long-standing relationship for you later on if you wish it. The energy shows as Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, rising female. It can be through your work environment. You know, feels more in that, with that itself energy, okay. So sometimes we're too focused in something, someone, that does not let us see what's actually in front of us. And that, if that phrase is being said, it feels to me that maybe it's someone that you probably already know, including, okay, or based on everything that's going on right now, because it's someone that you already know, it tells me, I'm going to put it this way. If you happen to meet anybody as of now, I want to say till the end of the year or February of next year, we're looking at the south. No. So that tells me that anybody you're meeting now, it is a meant to be energy. It's someone that you already know, like I sensed it. It is someone that you already been with in the early ages, maybe when you were younger in this life, and or you've been have a relationship in prior lives. So they're coming in to pick up where you left in that other previous lives, okay? And so they're coming in strong for sure. I can tell you that due to the eclipse bringing them in, okay? So also another thing, why I asked you, when you have this conversation with her, what I ask you is to have the conversation, marinate on what decisions you're going to do, because the eclipses can mean that it can abruptly change or abruptly dissolve. So we want to do one thing first, one after the other, so it can stay, okay? Okay, I'm going to see her one more time, and then we close. Thank you for the universe and to the heavens, Lord Jesus Christ. I think that a lot of times it's very childish when I see clients that are at certain ages, and yet their life is based on media. Uh, if you're mad, you block each other. You know, if you're mad, you call it quits. If you're mad, you wait on them to call you. I think that that's a childish behavior, immature, and I'll just leave it at that. If I said it, it has its purpose, okay? You already know. Every reading is different. Every person, every soul is different. So if I said it, it is for you or somebody within itself that is watching this video today, okay? It's time to say, okay, no more of this, no more of that, and I come first, okay? Self-love. Okay, thank you, angels of the universe and the heavens. Yep, be straight and honest. Okay, angels of the universe and the heavens, let us see. What's going on? Okay. Again, they flipped earlier, so there's a situation going on here. She's something about your family situation that she does not either approved or like. That's a given, okay? I can tell you that now. That's okay. You can fix that. Now, let's see. Okay. Well, well. Hmm. I feel that we're looking at this relationship kind of being the same roller coaster that it's been, okay? As for now. And again, nothing has changed. If you were to have that conversation with her one last time, then, you know, we definitely see certain things changing. But I will say this, that I feel that it's just going to go on for a little bit more the same way. Being mad, not talking to you, not talking to her, you know, in and out. Okay? Um, hmm. Do you, okay, I'm going to say this because, again, I'm in her energy. So do you try to make her jealous? You know, like you bring up other women, comparison, or oh, she looks beautiful, or I'm getting like comparison, like you try to make her jealous, or because it's almost like you talk about other people, and it's, well, you might say I don't, but she sees it as you are, okay, like you're comparing her. Um, it's almost like, should I be in my tiptoes kind of thing, in this relationship? And here we go again kind of thing. Okay. I'm not even sure if she even used that word with you before. And if she hasn't, she will, because it keeps coming in strong. Here we go again. And I have a feeling that it has to do with your personal situation. Okay. With your home environment, with your ex's situation. It fits very strong for me. Okay. I'm not saying she does not love your child. I just feel that the circumstance itself. Does she have children of her own? Grown? Okay. Does she have someone who's a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius male close to her? It gives me the sun, moon, um, but he's probably like a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn male. Does she live with this person? Is this a child of hers, or children of hers, or something like that? Or she's very tied to this male. Okay, whoever this male is, you let me know what are her children. So you let me know who's this other person that is tied to her energy. It feels to me in between Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, male, entwined with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. Um, we also see that her health is going to be a little bit concerning for me. Uh, between now and December. So maybe she's going to have like her annual checkup or something like that. Just maybe she needs to work on something. I'm not sure. Maybe blood pressure or something like that. Um, I'm feeling very like out of energy, like blah blah blah. Again, it is her energy, so I get tired a lot. So maybe she's gained more weight or something. Again, it's something about her health, but also at the same time, it tells me like you do not understand that we've been going through this back and forth. So I'm hearing her energy saying to me, we've been going through this back and forth. So only you know what's been the back and forth situation, and only you know how to nip it in the bud. Okay. And for me, I would definitely say that you have to have a sit down conversation and decide from that point on which direction you're going to take and which direction it is best fit for you, Leo. Okay? Because I'm seeing one thing, but you're going to say another, or you might say that it's not aligning to what you've been seeing in the relationship. Again, we started off with certain deceiving cards. It tells me there's a deception of the truth within this relationship. So it means that someone is being deceptive with their true feelings or actions or both. Okay? Coming from her end, absolutely, it's a yes. Coming from your end, maybe there's a deception that you're not willing to see the truth. Okay? Or maybe there's a deception within you that you're not willing to see what needs to be changed. Okay? I'm going to say all. I'm definitely going to say all when I'm sensing this energy. For me, it's like I'm in and out. I'm in and out. So that tells me that both of you are in and out of this relationship. Today you're together, tomorrow you're not. So when I'm feeling like I'm not, I can go ahead and do me, which is drink, dance, go out. And if I even meet someone, so be it, because we are not in that moment. And therefore she feels there's no wrongdoing or you. Okay? Which again, it goes back to the phase of being immature. um you haven't learned your lesson yet, that is why you are where you are, because you keep blaming everybody else but yourself. How does that go? For which one of you it goes, it's up to both of you. Okay, but this is what exactly I was told. um yeah, I'm gonna say you don't need this drama. I will say that. Okay, if that's what you just said to me right now, I definitely would say you don't need this drama, because someone for that age should already know what the course of life is, what experience you've had, the long, nasty relationship that it's been in her path, and yet she's still looking for something better, looking for someone to give her everything, and yet she's still not giving back into that relationship. Um, yeah, there's a distance between you two at this very moment. I'm sensing you're sitting there waiting for her to come knocking, calling, telling you I love you. Yes, I'll see you when I see you. I'll see you when whatever excuses. Um, yeah. She wants to play tough. That's what she wants to do. Okay. Um, she thinks that if she wants to move in with you or she wants to marry you, she can have that. I'm telling you that now. She thinks that she can do what she wants with you. I can tell you that now. If she wants money, if she says, baby, I need this much money, you give it to her. She knows that. So she knows, as I'm sensing this, that she has you wrapped around her finger. She'll come back whenever she wants to. She feels that you're there, and she feels you're faithful to her. Yet she doesn't trust you, but she feels you're faithful to her. Okay. Um, she might say she's jealous, but of other women, but she knows that you're faithful. I think that her jealousy comes and extends from what you say when it comes to your ex, okay? Or whatever it is of other women you talk about. Um, yeah. I will say this, that if you were to break up with her, she'll make a turn, okay? If you break up with her, she'll make one more turn and come back. And maybe this will be the turn that you decide to do something more expansion to the relationship. But, or maybe this will be the turn that decides, I deserve more, for either or. Um, but I think that the turning point will be if and when you decide to have this conversation with her, which you will. Regretfully or not, you will have this conversation to decide where you want to go with this, okay? I definitely feel that to be in a relationship with her, there has to be a lot of give and take to take place, okay? You would have, there will be rules, I feel, that you will place. You will cannot talk about a lot about your exes or any other woman in her presence. uh you know and I will say that that will be natural if that's the case. Okay. You need, what you need to understand, that we want our men to value us and no other woman. And so when our men talk about any other woman, means that you value that person still, even if you're nasty about it, even if you're making bad comments of the person. It just means that there's still residue within that situation, and that you're doing, going back and forth, and that person is holding your space. Okay. So it's a no-no. Okay. It's a no-no. I feel that once you are living or married, then you can talk about the ex, because you have a child that comes into your home, and so therefore you might bring that up every now and then. That's natural. But the less you do, the better it is. And be mature enough to handle the situation without, unless you want her opinion, and that's why you're letting her know, you want her to be involved in your circumstances of your relationship between you and your child and your ex. Okay. I feel that for any person that has children and you wanting a relationship with someone new, whether you're a man or a woman, I feel that you need to date that person for some time and see if that's the person that you want to be around your child. If that person can love your child, respect your child as their own, then that person can stay. Okay. But you have to be very cautious, because there's a lot of deception going on where they pretend to do, and behind your back they do not. And so you have to see that. Okay. Now, if she has no children, then I can see an attachment toward your child. But something tells me that your personal life just kind of hinders a little bit here, okay? And I really feel that it extends from the things that you've said, or you keep saying, or bringing it up. But of course, we'll be talking after this reading today. I I will say, and there is no negative readings at all, never. Okay, what happens in a reading is it gives us an open view of more extension to what it is that we're actually doing on a daily basis. And we're actually looking into their heart or soul or body or mind and spirit of their path and your path. And so it gives us a view of where they are or where they're going, or how can we align this to be better, okay, for you and for them. And so for me, it is not a bad reading. It gives you the view of what you need to do from this point on, how to focus it, how to fix it, how to align it better for you because you're my client. Okay. So as always, my clients come first. And so therefore I advise you in the best interest for your higher good. You are on your shoes running your vessel right now, your body. So I can say all day long what's best for you, but only you can do it because you're the one walking your vessel and you're the one having that flesh that with those experiences brought in. And so I can only feel them for you. Okay. Um, and so until you're not ready to change, you will continue to go through those experiences until you're not willing to say, I've learned from this, now I can let go of this. Then you will continue to do so, whether it's in this physical life and or other lives. Okay. I want to say thank you very much for reaching out to me. As always, I'm here to help you in any way that I can with your readings and or rituals. I wish you the very best in your journey that you're in right now. I definitely feel that prosperity will come more into your work environment. um, I definitely feel that there is a relationship coming, whether it's hers or not. There is a relationship coming for you later on as we move in the next probably 6 months, if you choose it to be. Okay. And I say 6 months because I feel that this is going to be a little bit long standing. And so unless the conversation takes place, and then things will change. Okay. But there, if this relationship does not work out, what the universe is saying, that there is also someone coming in that is destined to be with you also. Okay. When I say destined, it is destined. Everything that happens in our life is destined, is karmic, and entwined with that we have soul connections as well. Okay. um but what that means is that you need to align yourself in a different pattern, a different behavior, in order for those lessons to continue to come in, disclose, discard. um and so, you know, with this person that you're asking today, it is destined, it is karmic as of now. And so therefore you have to learn from these experiences as well as she's learning from you. What you take out of this will make you better. What you should take out of this can be uh, a better connection for you in the next time around, or and also for your soul to grow in a higher self. Okay. It's supposed to be in that form. It does not happen all the time because we do not see that we're not learning from them. Any relationship that is a bad relationship, it's still a lesson. Any relationship that is a good relationship is still a lesson for us to learn, grow, and expand. Okay? To see it in the most positive way. There's when we nag, when we complain, then we're just holding on to that negative karma more than ever, and we're not open to receive, we're not open to see the beauty that is out there. Okay? So I hope that this was help to you. Okay? I absolutely do. I think that, you know, this can take one course. And if you decide eventually to move in with her as we see it, there is a big possibility, not that it can, but it will not be long lasting. Okay? I can definitely tell you that, because it feels to me that right now there's a lot of work that needs to be done in this relationship. even if you stay together, it will not be long lasting, because there's interference energies and because there's work that needs to be done between all parties. Okay, that's what I see. Now you can turn around and say this is forever. Absolutely. You remember what I said in the beginning. There are predictions that can and are allowed to change to an extent. Other predictions cannot and will not be changed. Okay, so by all means, do so your best to change whatever does not serve you. Absolutely. If I say to a person, we see quarrels in the reading with someone, change that. You can change that. The argument will be less. It will still be there, but it will be less severe, less tragic. Okay. And again, that could also fall in the relationship factor. Um, you can try to see if you can change it to where it's more cordial, more loving, more nurturing, and long lasting even. So if I see a breakup in the near future, let's say for example, then try to work at it the best way you can, okay, to change that energy, that environment. And when you do, you have to say within yourself, why am I changing this? What's the purpose of this? What's the benefit of this? What do I gain out of doing these changes? Is it for my best interest and that other person's best interest? Because it has to be, okay, for both. And then the universe, the higher self, will see if it is, then it will be changed to a level between what it was, what it is, and what will be, okay, in between. Okay. Again, I am Margot, your tarot reader, and I wish you all the very best. Love and light to all of you. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and I am here to help you. Thank you.